Welcome, my tarot friends, to another walkthrough/review video. Today I'm sharing with you the beautiful Earth Woman Tarot done by Ton Ellis. She is the creator in all ways, so she painted the images and she also wrote the guidebook. This deck was sent to me very kindly by Llewellyn. It is published by Lo Scarabeo, but the Llewellyn is also the distributor for this deck, so I'm very grateful. Thank you so much, Llewellyn, for sending this my way. I have been working with it since I got it, so that's approximately 5 days now. So I wanted to work with it so I could tell you all how it reads for me. And oh my goodness, sorry, but it is snowing outside. So today we have the first snow in London this year. Oh my god. Okay. Let's focus on our beautiful deck. It comes in this 2-piece beautiful box. It is kind of like linen finish, but not really. It feels really, really great. Inside is like this. When you hold it though, you need to make sure that you grab it here, because if you're gonna grab it here, when the cards are in, it can slowly slide down, but it's not a problem. So on one side we have the image of a woman holding a beautiful sprout with darker brown hair, and on one side she has orange/lighter brown hair. It comes with these 2 cards as usual with Lo Scarabeo and a really great guidebook. So we know that with Lo Scarabeo decks, the guidebooks always come in more languages, right? And this deck is no exception. So we have it in English, Italian, Spanish and Portuguese. But another thing is, see here, half of the book is actually in English, which is really great for English-speaking people like me. The explanation of the cards are really lovely, so you would get half a page to 1 page per card, which is really great. And another thing I have to say, I'm very positively surprised about these entries. They're so great, because usually in the Lo Scarabeo decks, they're quite basic, right? You just get some keywords, but here there are proper paragraphs and they're so good. Like, I will read you some examples so you get a feel for the guidebook, because I love guidebooks. I love working with guidebooks, not because I don't understand the cards, because I do. I know all the cards, obviously, but it is always great to see what the creator actually intended when it comes to the cards. So we're gonna walk through this deck. I'm gonna give you my thoughts about each card, the symbolism that I notice or that stands out to me, and I'm gonna read you a few card entries, and I'm gonna walk you through this, firstly majors, and then I'm gonna go in aces, 2s, 3s, etc. until up to 10, and then I'm gonna show you the core cards within each suit, because I think it's gonna be better for this deck. I don't know, I'd like to see how they read all together. So I will link in the description box below where you can purchase this deck. I will also share Ton Ellis's Instagram page there, so you can follow her, because her art is just gorgeous. Oh yes, before I start, I knew there was something else I needed to say. So a little story. I saw this deck coming out. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous because of the colors, because of the diversity, because of the vibrancy of the cards. It's just something magical and beautiful and earthy, but celestial at the same time about it. But obviously we can see already on the full there are no faces, and I heard people talking about there are no faces, so you can imagine your own face, etc. And for me that didn't really work at that time, but then suddenly it just started calling to me more and more, and I reached out to Llewellyn and sent it to me, and I thought to myself, let's see how it works right for me. And I was shocked how well the no faces work for me. Like, it allowed my intuition to just flow. I read for myself, I read for other people with this deck as well. And that's another thing about this deck. Sometimes you get a deck that is just for you or just for others, but this one is beautiful either way, and I love it. And it's so intuitive, and it is just so empowering. And the guidebook, like, the images feel soft, right, and inviting, but the guidebook is kind of like Queen of Swordsy. Like, she will tell you what you need to hear, you know? So it's really, really well done, and I love the no faces now. Like, I really love it. So yes, that was a really pleasant surprise for me, really pleasant. So without further ado, let's start. So we have our Fool, right? So our Fool is walking off the cliff. It is a very female-oriented deck, but we do have masculine or male-presenting figures in it, which I really appreciate, because I love both energies to be included in my decks. Anyhow, so she's walking off the cliff. I love that we have this flow of the river here that goes into the ocean. So the ocean is vast and open, right? But also the flow of the river talks about the flow of life, to going with the flow. So the Fool trusts the flow of life and she steps into it, and she's focused on the sun, so the positivity, the warmth, the something that is calling her, inviting her. And also we have birds at the background, which I really like because it's that higher perspective that it, because also she's on a cliff, right? So we get that higher perspective message from here. Kind of like you so distant yourself from the situations that you can see them from a fresh perspective, like the Fool. And we have the white dress, which is good because it talks about fresh start, it talks about innocence, and she has white flowers there as well, and her little pouch with her, and there's wind in her hair. And we also have mountains, which tell you that this journey will have challenges ahead. So it's really, really well done. These are the backs. I personally really like them because they're very earthy and they're grounded, and I know, I just like them. I like the swirling here and the stars. It's just something earthy and celestial about it, like I said. This magician is everything. What I like about her is usually we have right and left hand, and the left is the receiving hand and the right is the giving hand. And here we can see that her right hand is up, right? And the left hand is down. So it feels like she's receiving the energy from Mother Earth and then putting it out there in the universe. And then the universe with this information is going to do what it's going to do, and is going to then manifest it for you. So I love that we don't have that magician is manifesting right now. She is in a phase of envisioning and creating the magic, right? Magic before physical things actually appear. And I love that. And I love that we have the universe at the back. There's lots of night scenes in this deck, which I really like. I love that we have the roses growing, and the white roses, the white lilies are not present, but she is wearing kind of like white clothing, I would say. So, and we have the white lemonscape here. So I don't mind that. I love this magical celestial energy getting out of her hand. It's so great. I love it. I adore this High Priestess. I'm going to say I adore, I love, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous all the time, because this deck is probably my most beautiful deck that I have. I'm not going to lie. It's just so gorgeous on all levels. I love that we have pomegranates are still in the trees and they're also on the floor. So it's kind of like up to you. Are you going to pick the ones that are given, or are you going to climb up the tree and, have an experience? We have two pillars. One has purple flowers and one has, I think, ivy, which is also really cool because not only there are different colors, there are different plants growing on them. So that offers you that duality, as well. We have the moon phases here, which is wonderful because the High Priestess does represent that moon energy, right? Tapping into intuition, but also the phases of the moon, the phases of life. I love that we have the all-seeing eyes here in the waves that also act like our veil. But then again, it can also be seen as that she is the veil, her dress is the veil. And I love that she has her hands here in this gesture over her sacral / root chakra, because root chakra is grounding, is where you feel safe and home, and then that sacral chakra is creativity, is also sensuality, which I personally connect the High Priestess with as well. So I really appreciate that. I love that she has white hair because that kind of feels like she's wise. I love everything about this card. It's just amazing. And she's looking straight at you, which I also appreciate, and she's very patient, and she's not going to reveal everything to you. She's going to reveal to you for what you are ready to hear, And I love, again, the night sky. I adore this card. This Empress, oh, I love it. I love that she's pregnant. I know a lot of people don't like that. I personally find it beautiful. I love how she's caressing her pregnant belly, and I feel like she is enjoying the process of creation. And enjoyment and leisure and abundance are present in this card, and we have the wheat, right, as well. And I love, again, the flowing water, which is very prominent on this picture specifically, which I feel often we kind of dismiss. So the Empress, I feel, is also connected to emotions, right, fulfilled emotions perhaps, but also the intuition that comes with the water, right, which is something that I in the past never thought about Empress, that there's water there, and water is connected to emotions and intuition. And she's in a flow of life, right? Overflowing life is coming. It's beautiful. Again, night sky. Love it. And I love how she looks very rich but relaxed, you know, not showing off, but just enjoying what she has. And I love that. And here we have first male presenting figure, which I really like because the emperor looks wise, you know, he looks wise and experienced, and he's focused on, it could be a blood moon here, which has a significant magical powers, but it could also be Mars, right, which is connected to Aries and our emperor card. I love that he's wearing red. We know the red and the passion and the power and the drive, and also could be aggression, right? But in this case, it feels like he is not very aggressive emperor. It feels like he's wise. He's holding his key of life here. And I forgot the name for this golden ball, but he's holding both. And he has like his rubies in his crown. And he's looking up, which I really like. And I like that he's on the top of the mountain. So he's on the top of his empire, right? And we have the fog here. And the fours are all about boundaries, but also then crossing those boundaries. So this is shown in this card very beautifully. Again, a night scene, which I like. The harp, and oh, I love this harp. And look at those clouds at the back. There's something very, I don't know, it reminds me of the old type of drawings, like, you know, the Hercules movie. It takes me there. The old stories and old tradition come through in my head through that memory. So I love that because the Harfant is about old traditions and stories and teachings. I love everything about this card. Again, I like the fogginess here. I like that we have the, it looks like the tree trunks have been cut here and placed here, or there were maybe perhaps the trees before. And I love how there's water around, but she is standing on the tree trunk, or it could also be a stone, but I think it's a tree trunk, and we have like spirals on it, which is connected to life and how everything is never ending and never ending change, which the fives are connected to change, right? And I love how we have so much gold color here as well. And there's something about gold color and ancient civilizations, right, which again is beautiful here. And we have the halo, so she is enlightened, right, and she's offering you the blessing and the knowledge. And we have the Trinity here, which is great. Oh, it's just so beautiful. This Lover's card is amazing. I'm gonna read you what it says in the guidebook because it's written really well. So we have 3 keywords for every card and then the explanation. So it says, the lovers are shown as a couple in an intimate embrace. One belongs to the earth, while the other is full of stars, symbolizing the cosmos and spiritual realm. They represent the marriage of duality. The sun above them connotes passion and burning desire, and the lush nature that surrounds them suggests their love is healthy and nourishing. I would also say that it is blessing their love, right? Despite being depicted as a man and a woman, the lovers are not about gender, but a meeting of opposites, whether that be in your relationship with a romantic partner or within yourself. You must love and embrace both the light and the dark in yourself and others. The lovers remind you that a successful romantic relationship can only be conducted when you have a true love for yourself first. Remember that life is about stability and equilibrium. Give what you want to receive. Do you see what I mean by this guidebook is so great? It's so good. Like, this Chariot is everything. Oh my god, look at the colors. Oh, I love turquoise colors. So that's beautiful, and it feels like a Cancer card, which is very rare. It's very rare to get that in the Chariot, that feel for it. And I love how she has open arms. Like, she literally feels like Cancerian to me, like the Cancerian women I know. I love it. Her open heart, and her open heart is guiding her, and is also guiding the horses, right? The dualities, the unpredictabilities, and she's going against the current of the water, which I also appreciate, because the Chariot card is about that things coming your way and you need to then adjust in order to get where you want to get. So that's why I have to have the strong will. And we have the stars here as well, and I love how we have the crescent moons, but it feels like her head is like the full moon, which is also really cool. Yeah, and the horses are so beautiful as well. And look, the horses have no faces too, which is really cool. I like that. I like that so much. Oh, yeah, I love this card. Oh my god, this strength card is everything. I love it. Again, the night sky. I love how much night sky we have in this cards. I absolutely adore it because I don't have any other deck like that. So I love how they match color-wise, her dress and the line. I love it because, first of all, what comes to me is the orange, right? The orange is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is about creativity, it's about sensuality, and that brings this card a little bit to the lust card from the thought deck, which I adore, right? So I love that. I talked to the creator and I asked her if she used chakra associations on purpose in this deck, and she said no, that it probably came to her just subconsciously, right? So, or intuitively. So that's really cool. And I love how she's like really powerful standing, like she is sure in herself, first of all. So she's very strong in knowing what she wants to do next, because the 8 is like that first next step into the next 7s, right, in the row. I also love how they have matching flowers in their hair, which is beautiful. They just feel fierce and powerful and like they can take on anything, but also they can take on anything in any way they want to, like fiercely, passionately, protectively, or they can approach it in a very gentle and calm way. And oh, beautiful card. I love it. And the full moon as well, the background, like you're ready. Oh man, I love it so much. And this hermit card is a beautiful, it's very dark and we can only see one step at a time. It feels like that pilgrimage to me as well. And we have the flying birds here, probably crows, I'm not sure which birds these are, but it gives you that high perspective to mind rising above. And I love how this moon has that glow around it. Like if you are a moon gazer like I am, sometimes the moon has this gaze around it. Is it called glaze gaze? I don't know what it's called, but you know that circle around it of the shining light. I love that because it adds to the mysticism to the moon, and the hermit is about that. So I love it. I actually adore this Wheel of Fortune card because it stands out from the whole deck. Like it's something, the Wheel of Fortune is something that you can't really control, right? All you can control is your reaction to the world. You can't control the world, what's happening to you from the outside, but you can control what is happening within you and how you react to those things. And that's what I get from this Wheel of Fortune. I love this snake here and how she's pointing to the full moon again. I love that we see the Torah and we see the alchemical symbols in here as well. I love that we have angel wings as well. And we have again those clouds, which I really, really like. I want to read you the Wheel of Fortune card as well, because I remember it's written really well in the guidebook. So it says, change, cycles, adaptability. The Wheel of Fortune is turned by the cycles of nature. Inside the wheel is the word Torah, meaning law, and the symbols of the 4 alchemical elements, mercury, sulfur, water, and salt. The moon phases symbolize the constant changing and transformation of life. The way in which the wheel works is not within our control. There is both comfort and warning in the fact that the wheel will always be turning. It reminds you that everything is temporary, both the good and the bad. Being too attached to any specific outcome can cause pain, so be flexible and adaptable as life is unpredictable. Release your grasp on things that are out of your control and have faith in the universe. Keep your mind and heart open to synchronicities and miracles and remain steady despite knowing that there is so much that is not within your power. I love this entry so much. This Justice card, oh my god, it's so gorgeous. I love that we have, I think, magical mushrooms here, because magical mushrooms will change the way you perceive things, right? And they're known for people when they're on magical mushrooms to feel love, and they come from their pure heart, right? And the Justice is about, she's weighing your heart to your mind, right, to the feather. How heavy is your heart? Oh, I love that. It's just, these cards are so intuitive. They trigger so much intuition in me. It's crazy. And I love that we have water again. I want to read what it says about Justice now. Sorry. I know I'm reading a lot, but it's just so good. Like, I like the guidebook. When the guidebook is good, I will use it. It says, law, balance, fairness. Lady Justice stands in the woodland holding the carefully balanced scales of justice. In her other hand is a double-edged sword symbolizing impartiality and the ability to see both ways. She portrays fairness, balance, and the law. On her head she wears a crown with a square representing well-ordered thoughts. Oh, didn't even realize that. That's amazing. She judges with empathy and understanding, logic and compassion. Justice is a card that asks you to accept accountability for your actions and reminds you that you will be rewarded or punished accordingly. Conscious choice and ethical decision-making are important. Consider things thoroughly, using both your head and your heart to come to rational and fair decisions. Be aware of impacts your choices have on others around you, as well as yourself in the long run. Sometimes what you want to do may not be the right thing to do. Be honest with yourself and act with integrity. Justice will be served. Amazing. Oh, this hangman is so cool. It looks like she hung herself there, but I will read it as, because I like to see the hangman as, you are in the situation you are in and it's uncomfortable. Although you got yourself there anyway, so really, one way or another, right? So she climbed this tree and she fell off and then she caught herself here. That's how I'm seeing it. Anyhow, I like that she is letting go of the flower here in her hands. It's kind of like letting go, release, acceptance. Again, we have the flowing river, going with the flow, right? Let it overwash you. And that then is going to allow you to see things from a new perspective, right? I love that we have is it calendula? Oh my God, I forgot the name of the flower, but the yellow healing flower around here as well, which is really cool because it feels like this situation will bring some sort of healing to you as well. And yeah, it's a lot of orange as well, creativity. So being in the situation will make your creativity flow as well. So many intuitive hints I get from these cards. It's amazing. This death card is so peaceful and accepting, like it's part of life kind of thing. Things have to die out for new things to grow. And I love this, how we have sunflowers in the death card. So there's something positive, about it as well, because we have new dawn at the back as well. And we have the mushrooms, right, which are decaying and creating new growth. And I love how she is grounded in the earth, right? She's grounded in the earth and she's becoming part of the earth. So beautiful. This Temperance card is so gorgeous. Oh my God. So I think the Temperance card was one of the cards that you could see as a preview before the deck came out. And they chose a good card to show because it's so gorgeous. All the meanings come through beautifully. I love how the water is flowing here in a magical way. This should be an alchemical card, in my opinion. If we have a magician who imagined things and envisioned things and set the energy out there, then this card is then actual alchemical process to me. Of course, it represents also healing, that you're divinely guided and supported and all that, but also balance, right, moderation and stuff. But yeah, all those meanings come through in this card. And again, we see a new dawn here. And it looks like this new dawn is part of her crown chakra, which is cool because in the Temperance card at the back, it's on the other side. The path is on the other side, but it leads to the crown, right? And that crown represents the crown chakra. So that's pretty cool. This devil is so good. Oh my God, there's so many things that come through for me in this devil card. It's overpowering, but also they look ashamed and they're looking for her for approval, which is such a deep thing that is happening to us in the world, that the devil usually doesn't really show. It shows control and being bound, but these two women are looking for approval. Are we good enough? Can we do the next thing? What are you gonna say, mistress? Kind of thing. Oh, I love it so much. And they're in the dark wood as well, so it's kind of like they are in a situation where they don't feel safe and secure, so they are looking to her, to the devil, to lead them, right, with her torch. This is probably my favorite devil card that I have ever seen in my life, honestly. It's so good. I love it. This Tower card is really cool. I like that the lightning bolt is so powerful and destructive, and there's fire going on, and this woman is dramatically flying out of the tower, which is cool because it is dramatic, it is chaotic. But what I find interesting is how the water is so calm on the bottom, right? So it's kind of like, stay calm. This is supposed to happen because it was not sustainable anymore. You're not doing anything about the situation to change it, even though you knew it was not cool or good for you. And now the universe had to intervene. So stay calm. All will be well, in the end. And so the star comes and tells you this as well. Oh my God, it's so magical. I don't have to go into details about the star card, but what I find interesting is that we have 7 stars at the back, and the 8th star is basically her, right? So that is so brilliant. I love it. I love it. And it's so magical and healing. It just makes me feel so good and hopeful and just celestial, beautiful. You are the star. You are here to shine. All these messages come through. Oh my gosh. This is such a great deck. Like, I feel sad that I underestimated it because I thought it's gorgeous, but I didn't think that it's going to be this deep and that the no face thing is going to allow my intuition to flow without cuts. You know what I mean? Anyhow, this is such a magical and embracing moon card. I love it. I love that we have the third eye in the moon as well, which is kind of like you see things through. Like, when you're going through the moon card, what it allows you to is open your third eye. Okay, if you've been through the thing where your third eye opens, you would know that it's not super clear what you're seeing, right? So that is really, that is amazing. Like, it takes a while to train your third eye to really recognize what you're seeing. Anyhow, I'm not going to go there. I love these waves. Again, they remind me of those clouds that we've seen before in the Hierophant card and somewhere else, and the Wheel of Fortune, I believe. And I love this lobster coming out in such an embrace, like from the darkness, from the depth. And then when those things come out stirring, you get into that flow and you just work through it with magic and embrace. And I love how we have an older woman and a younger woman. So that represents to me like two dualities, right? The young approach, like that fresh, exciting, no experiences, nothing can hurt me approach. And then someone who has been through things, right? So they know wisdom and they come together. And I love that so much. And then with that, you then continue on your journey. How beautiful. And we don't have pillars, but we have two trees. Just absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God. This sun card is so happy and positive and calm as well. And look at that. Through her hands comes the light. Isn't that something? It feels like she's creating from that place, like she is creating her reality from that place of she knows who she is and where she belongs, and she's grounded to the earth and she's connected to the sky and to the sun and to the stars. And these four sunflowers are coming from behind her. And 4 is a number of stability, right? So she's stable in where she is. So we don't need that wall, although those mountains in the back can represent it. But the 4 sunflowers can represent that stable wall that we usually see. So it is so brilliant, this deck. Oh my God. The Judgment card is fascinating. I love how she's washing away what doesn't serve her anymore. Like the dirt in your body, you wash it away. The same way in Judgment card, you need to recognize what doesn't serve you anymore. You need to reflect, recognize what doesn't serve you anymore, and wash it away. And we don't know, was she swimming and now she's washing herself, or was she washing herself before swimming, which is also really cool. Perhaps she was in the pool, was in her intuition, in her emotions, going through it and recognizing what is there, what is good for her and what isn't, and now she's washing it away. And this blooming, beautiful garden around her is amazing. It's like you are worthy to step in this garden and to allow yourself to be who you were meant to be on this planet Earth, to bloom in your whole beauty. That's what I'm getting. It's gorgeous. And the World card is, look at that. She's becoming part of nature, like her hair becoming the branches. She's holding the planet Earth. And I'm going to read you from the guidebook because it's such an empowering card. Okay, so it says completion, fulfillment, wholeness. A woman sits cross-legged with the earth in her lap. From it flows a stream, while the moon and stars sparkle in the sky, depicting the entire universe. Flowers and mountains are also present, symbolizing how beautiful and diverse it is here. The appearance of the world suggests that everything has come full circle and you have achieved what you set out to do. You may feel satisfied and deserving of your successes after the journey you've been on to get here. Take a moment to reflect on the hardships and joys along the way. Count your blessings and feel gratitude towards those who have helped you. Revel in the wholeness you feel. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh my God. Okay. Aren't they just gorgeous? Oh my God. I love that we have the crystals in the Ace of Wands and it is dawn, right? And here in the Ace of Swords, we also have like maybe evening or dawn. We don't know. I will see it as evening because it's kind of like you've been through experiences and then the new thought and new realization arrives. While here you wake up and you feel that passion in your heart. Does that make sense? I love it. And I love how we have pink and green here, which are parts of the heart chakra, and heart chakra in the heart chakra system is related to the element of air, which is really interesting, right? Because pink is heart chakra and green is the lower heart chakra, which is incredible that we see it up and down like here. This reminds me of my country, man. We have hills like that, just where I live. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is the most magical, beautiful Ace of Cups I have ever seen in my life. This is 100% my favorite Ace of Cups of all time, because I love that we actually see the roots are going in the murky waters under here, which is so important, right? No mud, no lotus, no hardship, no reward, you know? And that we have 5 streams of water here is really great. We have the beautiful dove. I love that we have the crescent moon here as well. And the lotus flowers are white, which is really cool. Yes, beautiful. And the Ace of Pentacles feels so earthy and just nourishing and beautiful. I love how that we have lilies growing out of it. And lilies, if you have ever smelled them, are very potent. So it's kind of like the gift has been given to you, and it's so obvious. But are you going to open your nose and your senses to smell it and to then do something with it? You're going to plant it for more to grow and tend to it. Look at those colors, man. Oh my God. I love that these are so close color-wise, the twos, because they feel darker. I love this Two of Wands and that we have purple crystals on top as well, because purple is connected to the crown chakra. And of course, when you are planning and doing and envisioning things, you kind of tap into that, you know, above feeling above your head. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And I love how this globe is glowing as well. So she's kind of like getting inspired by this and trying to visualize where she can go and what she can achieve. This Two of Swords is so gorgeous with this sea at the back, the water, the waves that are overcoming you, like it's coming and going as well, like that feel push and pull that we have in twos, because twos are push and pull. And I love how she's protecting her heart here, just like in the Rider-Waite-Smith. I really like that. And we have the birds here flying, which again would suggest you need to maybe distance yourself from the situation to decide and to then align your heart and your thoughts in order to move forward. And here, this Two of Cups is beautiful. What I like about this picture is that this figure here could be perceived as any gender, and I really appreciate that. And I love how their hands are going like that, or their arms, so they're like intertwined, so giving and receiving in the same amount. I love how their cups are full, right? They're full of love, of overflowing love. It's beautiful. And again, we have the flowing water at the back, and it's purple this time around, and they're wearing purple, which to me tells me there's a higher love, right? The Whitney "Give Me a Higher Love" song comes. Anyhow, I also like that we have mountains in the back, which tells you this is the beginning of the journey and the challenges are still ahead, but right now you are in this blissful moment, right, of harmony, of connection, of beauty. This Two of Pentacles is really cool. I love the waves and the sailing boats at the back, and I love how she's playfully managing these Two Pentacles. They feel abundant. They don't feel like a burden, you know. They feel like something she wants to do, because she's also, the color of her dress is the same color, kind of like the Pentacles, which is really cool. I like it, and I love the night skies in these twos. They're so beautiful. Oh, these trees are so gorgeous. Okay, so I love this. This reminds me of the Greek island, yeah, and she's on top of it, and she's like, I don't know, it's just that expansive feeling. And she you know, in the threes, things are coming to fruition already, right? So she arrived to this island, and what comes next, right? What comes next? And I love how her wands are blooming, but not completely blooming. They're opening their blooms, right? But they're not completely blooming yet. So that's another really neat thing in this card. I love it. And they're the same color as the earth on the bottom as well. So I love it. This Three of Swords is one of the best depictions I think I've ever seen, because we have this rain falling down, and it's obviously very moody and dark, and it looks like a painful situation. She's bleeding, but she's embracing the pain. She's open to it. She's ready to let go, to let it overflow her, to work through her emotions, and then she's not giving up, but she's giving in. Does that make sense? And I love that we have this growth on the bottom as well. So through pain, through hardship, comes growth, which threes are all about. They're about growth, right, and expansion. So that's amazing. And I love how the trees are bare, so all the leaves have fallen down, and they let go as well. And that's going to allow then for new growth to come with the rain, right? I would like to think that this is an early spring as well. So yeah, the leaves they're not there yet, but they are about to grow. This Three of Cups is just everything. Look at this, women celebrating, sharing, embracing each other. They are in the water, so they're like deep into their emotions, right? And the colors are just so beautiful, and I love the full moon at the back as well. So it's kind of like they're letting everything out, you know? It feels like a ceremony of celebration. It's beautiful. This Three of Pentacles is lovely as well. It does remind me of the Light Seer's Three of Pentacles. I'm going to put it on the screen for you to see. I love this idea of weaving something together with other people. It's beautiful. And it takes time and patience and good communication skills and good listening skills, you know? And I love that we have 3 pentacles here. It's beautiful. Okay, we have our 4s here, which are gorgeous. Look at this 4 of Wands. It feels celebratory, and it feels expansive, and it feels free, and like you feel free and safe in this space. But it also expansion coming through it. And I love how we have this. Oh my god, this is Acacia, isn't it? This looks like, is it called Acacia? Oh my god, I never know the name of, you know, the pink flower that is very healing. I love that it's here on these cards. Oh my god, that's amazing. Love it. And the butterflies. So yes, you are in this stable place and you're celebrating your successes and you're feeling connected and safe and where you belong. But at the same time, we have butterflies flying out, right? So from the 4, we need to then step out of the 4. We can't stay there because it's only number 4. We need to get to 10. 4 of Swords is beautiful. I love how these 4 swords are lifted and how we have phases of the moon here. So it feels like there's time for everything, and now is the time to rest. And she's taking her time to work through her painful thoughts from the 3, right? She's working through the pain or whatever was caused to her, the overwhelm. And I love that we have butterflies as well, because rest is going to allow you to transform as well. And I love how dark it is, but it feels safe at the same time. It's just beautiful. Oh my god. I love this 4 of Cups because she decided that she's not going to look out. I feel like she has closed eyes here, and she's just in her meditative state, going through things that happened, working through them in a meditation, in taking the time, you know. And I love how she plays these 3 cups here in front of her as well, which is like she let them down, and now she take the time to just work on her emotions. She's not letting anyone distract her, or she might just wait if this person waits, and when she's ready, she can take it, you know. So I like that. And I love the tree as well. I love this 4 of Pentacles. She is isolated away. She is balancing, so she needs to stay very stable in order to balance this one on her head, right? And how she's holding these pentacles here, and she has all the riches here. But I feel it also, like, this card can be interpreted in both ways, in a negative, in a positive way as well, in a very good, it's a good balanced card to interpret it in both ways, if that makes sense. Like, you're stable, you have all the riches, but at the same time, you isolated yourself from other people. So I like that. I love this 5 of Pentacles. Again, probably my favorite 5, my favorite 5 of Pentacles and my favorite 5 of Cups of all time. It's just, this one is such a feeling. You can just feel the pain, right? But at the same time, you can see that the liquid was purple, so there was something that it was not good for her in the long run anyway. Maybe. That's how I see it. The 5 of Pentacles, I love this so much. Like, she's out in the rain, it's pouring, she's locked out. First thing, right? The rain feels like flow of that pain, flow of that emotions. But also at the same time, what is coming from this rain, from this hardship? New growth, right? So going through this financial or physical, whatever changes is going to allow you to then really grow and change. I like it. I like it so much. It's just these cards create feeling in my chest that is hard to put in words, especially as a non-native English speaker. So yeah, I love that we have that though. 5 of Swords, very traditional looking, but I love it. It's the mood. I love the moody sky. I like how these 2 women, like this one is done and this one feels like kind of sad, and this one, yeah, it's like, because there's no faces, you can just guess what the stories are behind these cards. I love it. Five of Wands feels very, it doesn't feel so much as a conflict, but it feels more like a magical, energetic thing, if you know what I mean. It feels like these women came together and they're letting everything, all the passions out in this ecstatic dance. That's how it feels, this Five of Wands. But in the guidebook, it does talk about the competition and all that. So, I mean, yeah, you can see it however you want to see it. And that's beautiful. And I love because the 5 can be read this way. Like, so it's, in that sense, it's a little bit non-traditional when it comes to Rider-Waite-Smith, this 5 of Wands. So I really appreciate that. Or maybe it is a dance competition. There's quite a few cards where we can see groups of women, like circles of women, and that I find very empowering, actually. I love it. This 6 of Wands is so beautiful. I mean, I don't have to explain it. It's so obvious, but it's gorgeous. I love it. It's magical. It's like really, these women really feel for this one. It's beautiful. This 6 of Swords is gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I love that we have, again, the lotus flowers, no mud, no lotus. It also tells you you've been through mud and now you're moving towards the lotus stage. We also have birds here that feel like the guides, because usually in the 6 of Swords we have another person or another 2 people right in the boat, but here like she's taking all the experiences that she has learned and now she's moving herself away, but she's being divinely supported, divinely guided by these birds. And the 6 of Cups, again, a group of women, right? Beautiful. It creates like, it can create a nostalgic feeling, the memories, because there's like this foggy thing going on. So it's kind of like, is this memory? Is this happening now? And if it's happening now, these women are really in the moment, which the 6 of Cups is about. And they are sharing, right? They're giving each other, maybe they're supporting each other emotionally, right? Which 6 of Cups is about. It's like 3s and 6s are connected. And this one feels like you're taking that 3 onto the next level that we saw before, like the women in the water. So that's beautiful. And the 6 of Pentacles is very traditional looking, but it does the job and it's gorgeous. So it's really hard to choose my favorite number in this deck, but if I had to choose one, would probably the 7s, because I adore this 7 of Wands and I adore this. Like, this is probably my favorite 7 of Cups, apart from Tarot of the Witch's Garden. That one is gorgeous as well, but these 2 are my top 2 7 of Cups of all time. I love how she's allowing all these dreams and everything to overflow her. She's feeling them in, but she's stepping into her intuition at the end to decide in which way she's going to go. Like, she's deciding based on what her heart is telling her. And I love that magical stars in her hair. It's so cool. 7s should be magical cards, really, because 7 is a number of magic, right? So I love that. 7 of Wands. I love how she is holding her wand above her, because she knows what she wants and what she's protecting and what she's fiercely protecting and standing for. Like, people are coming at her, and I love that she is on the higher ground as well. I really appreciate that. And yeah, it's just, I love that she has open heart. She's like not afraid to show who she is, and she is attacking them back with that, right? She's fiercely protecting what she truly believes in. The 7 of Swords is amazing because we don't know what's really going on, and the 7 of Swords is asking you, are you jumping to conclusion and are you assuming things based on very little information that you have, or are you going to gather all the information before you decide what is really going on and how you are going to proceed, right? Love that. The 7 of Pentacles is genius. Why? Because yes, she's watering a plant, right? Of course, tending to things. Things need time to grow. You need to tend to things. You need to obviously adjust how you're tending to things to grow, etc. But you also have a lemon tree. And there's a saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And that is a perfect example of how you can adjust what you have and do something better with it. I mean, come on, it's amazing, right? This 8 of Wands is beautiful. And I love how we have 4 and 4 same ones. So that tells me as above, so below, right? So you envision something and now it's coming back at you. So that is amazing. I love that. And again, that flow of water is amazing. This 8 of Cups is magical and beautiful. And I feel like she's embracing, like she weaved her crown from her experiences from before, and she's taking it with her. But she's moving on, to something more beautiful there. That beautiful lake. Gorgeous. And I love how we have new moon here. The Eight of Swords is absolutely gorgeous. It is aesthetically so beautiful that I would put it on my wall. I mean, I would put all of this on my wall, but this one specifically is so gorgeous. I love how the water is purple. We have lots of purple here. Again, tapping into that higher self, right? You are not really bound, because 8 is up there, right, in the sword suits, and sword is about communication, about our thoughts. So your ways of thinking is what is bounding you down, and recognizing that is the sign of higher awareness. Does that make sense? Which is connected to the crown chakra, which is the purple, right? So I love that. It's so cool. I always love it when the Eight of Pentacles show someone working on their craft. Like when I say their craft is like something that they're really passionate about. So painting, you know, you're not going to do painting unless you really like it, right? Or sculpturing, whatever. So to me, Eight of Pentacles is being in that flow of creating what you like creating. Not just your job, but your career, your passion, you know, something that you really like doing. And I love that we have orange because that talks to me about that creativity, right? Sacral chakra. So, oh my God, it's great. I love it. I love this, her chair as well, so creative. Love it. Love, love, love. Nine of Pentacles. I love how we have actually gray clouds at the back, because the gray clouds to me suggest like, yes, you have all your bounty and everything you wanted and everything you worked for, but you're alone. So maybe you should go out and share it with others. You know, that's what comes to mind because of the gray clouds, which is very interesting choice, I have to say. This Nine of Cups is very magical because of all the mushrooms. So you're in that magical place of your wishes fulfilled, right? You can't believe it that everything that you wanted is there for you. I'm sorry. Our neighbors are drilling in the wall right now. So I hope it's not too disturbing. I'm going to continue because I can't just wait for them to stop. Okay, Nine of Swords. I love this card. It's beautiful. If she only looked up and see that her swords are actually gorgeous. So her thoughts, she might, you know, if she just saw them from a different perspective, she would realize that it can be very helpful and very beautiful. That's what I'm getting in this moment from this card. And the Nine of Wands. Why did I put one? Sorry, I turned them way around. The Nine of Wands here. I love that they're purple. And there's so much purple, and like she's waiting. She's holding her she's holding her dress. You know, she hold my dress. She's ready to step to the next thing, to the last, or that last step. She's ready. She's been through so much, and she's ready. Like she's ready now to do whatever she needs to do to come to that end. And I love it. And we have the new moon here as well, which is beautiful. This Ten of Wands is very empowering. It feels like you can read it in two ways. She is managing her 10 wands, you know, even though she sees the mountains in front of her, she's going for it. Or you can also say, hey, wait a second, there are mountains in front of you. Are you sure you want to carry all that load by yourself, right? This Ten of Swords is amazing. Why? Because we don't see the swords actually piercing her, right? But she expresses that being on the rock bottom, feeling like lying down, everything went the wrong way, you know, not how you wanted them to go. And now you're just there on the floor. But you will pick yourself up when you're ready, right? I love those mountains. I feel like, because she's turning towards us, I feel like those mountains are behind her. So she went through all those challenges. She swam through this lake or sea, and now she's here exhausted, and she needs a little break before she can then embark on a new journey. This Ten of Cups is everything. I'm not even going to explain why, because it's so beautiful, and just that emotional fulfillment on all levels. Like, it's beautiful. Oh God, I love the hair. It's just amazing. I love it. And this Ten of Pentacles is great. You know what? I'm going to read you about a Ten of Pentacles because I have not read it yet, and I think it's really beautiful. So let's see what it says for Ten of Pentacles. Satisfaction, legacy, financial stability. I love how we have an older woman as well, and you don't know if this woman is really here or if she's an ancestor looking down on you. So the ancestral messages come through as well here, and family bonds and passing on things, and it's just gorgeous. Okay, what it says. An old woman looks over her shoulder at her family. They play happily in the grass with pentacles surrounding them, signifying their abundance and wealth. Behind them is a castle, another sign of their great financial position. The old woman is satisfied that she has provided a wonderful life for her family through her hard work. The appearance of the Ten of Pentacles suggests that you have achieved some financial success. Everything that you have put effort into has paid off, and you should feel a sense of pride and achievement in what you have accomplished. It may be the right time to provide for others, make an investment, or just look at how far you have come. You have created a solid foundation to build a sustainable future. Very traditional meaning, but in a really good way, and I love just what you intuitively get from this card. It's just, oh, it's everything. And I love that we have new moon there on the background as well. And now we're going to our course. So I'm going to put all the wands together first, and then we're going to go. I love this page of wands. She's so fierce and, oh, I don't know, it's just something about her. I think this is my favorite page. Although pages are amazing in this deck, I have to say. All of them. I love, she feels wild. She feels like she's ready to do whatever she wants with this wand. And I love that this wand is growing. Like she has growth, like life growth on it. There's no crystal there. So that tells me that she's at the beginning of her journey, you know, because there's no crystal there yet, because crystals are very spiritual and higher, I suppose, higher consciousness. Whereas this is more earthy and growthy. We have the full moon there as well. And I love her red hair. I love her outfit. It's just, yeah, it's amazing. This Nine of Wands, she is plunging into action, and I love it so much. She is like going for it. She's going for it with all her passion, and her horse looks happy. This time around, the horse has a face, which tells me that in the Chariot card, those two horses, maybe they were part of the woman, you know, because they had no face. So that is interesting. Okay, this Queen of Wands, I love her. She's very self-confident. Her cat is staring at you like, what you want. There's all that abundance, her palace, everything. It's just beautiful. She's wearing a red dress, which is cool because fire, right, is red. What I do wish there is some sunflowers. That's the only thing that I would change. I love the lines here, but her position and everything about her is very Queen of Wands, so you don't need the sunflowers, you know. The King of Wands, we have this beautiful line here, and I love that he's facing this way, like at his queen. He's looking at his queen, which is really lovely. He just feels a bit more protective. Does that make sense? And I love how there's like sand behind him. Here, to me, it feels like the queen is on the top of the suit. Does that make sense? Okay, this page, like I said, pages I think are so amazing here in this deck. This page is everything. Look at that. And we have a hummingbird flying out, which is like joy, right? Joy and excitement. And we have the moon cycles on her arm as, you know, a tattoo, which tells me that she's very in tune into her cycles, right? Intuition comes through this card. And I love how she's not a kid, like she's a grown-ass woman. And I love that. The Knight of Cups with her little cup on her white horse. Yeah, it's lovely. Look at those lanterns in the back, all the glowing lights. Yeah, it feels very romantic and just creative, right? We have lots of orange again, creativity. Queen of Cups and King of Cups are both looking at us, and they feel very powerful, you know, like they both feel like in charge of their emotions. He has more crazy sea going on behind him, so he's definitely in charge of that sea. I feel like he's causing that sea to do that. He feels like the Aquaman, right? So he's the king of the sea, so that's pretty cool. I love that we have a dolphin there at the back as well. Dolphins are very spiritual. They're connected to Lumeria, so that is really cool to me. And this Queen of Cups just feels, yeah, she feels fierce in some way and magical. Look at this, this here. It looks like magic to me. Yeah, she feels magical. I love it. And I feel like she has a really good, she could represent both Cancer energy and Scorpio energy, which I appreciate because personally I read the Queen of Cups as a Scorpio. And I know that most people see her as a Cancer. So that is really lovely. Love that. Oh, we have more purple colors in the swords, which is really cool actually. Oh, I love her. Look at that. She's so open, right? An open mind. In which way or direction will the wind take her? I love this Knight of Swords. She's going for it, just like the Knight of Wands did. She's going for it, and I love all the wind happening, you know, in the clouds. And she's going against the current, it feels as well. Queen of Swords is amazing. Like she has that ice queenie feel to her, which I really appreciate. But at the same time, she looks really caring with her little owl friend, you know, and the blossoms here on the trees. And she's showing her leg as well, which is really interesting. Like she's showing you her bare skin, which tells me that she is even though she's been through things and her heart space here is closed, she is going to tell you the truth, you know. And I love how they're all barefoot as well. Barefooted, I'm not sure what's the word. And this king, yeah, I love how the moon's on the side. Like, she feels way more direct and honest, and he feels more like he's going to think about the right thing to say to you. Does that make sense? I love how these feel more earthy and more grounded, and there's darker colors in the pentacles. Oh man, this page of pentacles is everything. Look at the flowers in their hair, and adoring that glowing pentacle is beautiful, and those trees at the back and the flowers. The Knight of Pentacles, very stable, very proud, very with purpose, doing things. This horse is gorgeous. Wow. Planning for the future, every step, you know, discerning what to do next. This Queen of Pentacles, I love her feet up. That is so cool. Like, she feels like the Earth Woman, you know, like the title. She feels like the Earth Woman, the Earth Mother. I love a little rabbit here, oh my god, and the water. And she's just feeling at home at where she is, you know, and holding her pentacle. And the king is showing off his pentacle. Like, she's caring for her pentacle and he's showing off his pentacle. And he has his little castle, not little, he has his big ass castle at the back. And I love how his throne is made of wood. Like, he's obviously connected to the earth, right? And there's like growth happening here. So I love that. It's oh man, this deck is absolutely stunning, intuitive, such an amazing reader. I mean, I can't express in my words how amazing this deck is and how happy I am with this deck. It's just so wonderful. So let me show you how it shuffles. Overhand, it shuffles very nicely. I love the swishiness of the cards. I love that the cards are a little bit thicker, because low square bear decks are usually thinner, right? Really good riffle shufflers. This one is thicker. So riffle shuffling is possible, but for people who have disabilities in their hands, it might be a little bit harder, but I can do it. I'll show you. So you can definitely still do it, and it doesn't leave any bow or anything, so that's great. I really like this cardstock. I love just hand shuffling this one. I mean, overhand shuffling this one, I have to say. Really enjoy it. So can we have a card to read for our audience, please, for in this moment in time? Today is a new moon, by the way, whilst I'm recording this. It's a new moon in Scorpio. This is actually my second try of recording this. The first time I recorded in slow motion, so that was... Ooh, oh, look at that. Lovely. So let's read. So I feel Temperance and Eight of Pentacles. I feel like just intuitively, it feels like perhaps you've been working really hard on something and getting lost in your work. And perhaps now is the time to just look at your situation. Have you been overdoing? Are you balanced in your life? Are you just working a little bit too hard, even though you love it? You know, it's still not good to only do that in your life. You need to look after your health, your finding balance in your life. Although alchemy as well, right? You are creating what you're meant to create, but don't forget to look after yourself and to balance things in your life. But I will read you what it says for the Temperance, and I will read you what it says for Eight of Pentacles. And then I'm going to say goodbye. Let's go. Temperance. Moderation, consideration, balance. A winged angel stands with one foot in the water while the other remains on the dry earth, showing her connection to both the material and subconscious realms. She pours water between the two cups, showing her fluidity and ability to move in harmony like the water. The path through the mountains behind her symbolizes a spiritual journey. Temperance calls for you to be stable and secure, yet still open to compromise and change, which is very interesting with the Eight of Pentacles. This card is about balance, being connected to your spiritual and emotional side as well as your material and rational side. It is asking you to consider both routes and take the middle path. Be patient and peaceful, taking into account different factors in equal measures when making decisions. Take a long view of your goals, practicing moderation and balance. Wow, that is perfect, these two together. Wow. Okay, let me read the Eight of Pentacles. A woman is painting. She's surrounded by other artworks she has completed. Focused on the task at hand and practicing her skill with patience and diligence, she's mastering her craft at a higher level. You're working hard. You have put much time and effort into your skill in order to improve. You're persistent and determined to learn more, and in doing so, you will reach a high degree of excellence. you may want to invest in further study to progress even more. The Eight of Pentacles is a positive sign that you are committed to improving your situation as well as yourself to afford a good standard of living and become the best version of you possible. Keep up the hard work and stay open to learning more along the way. Wow, wonderful. And with that, my friends, I'm going to leave you today. I hope you have a wonderful time wherever you are on this beautiful planet Earth, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.